position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Sooner Nation in Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium, as we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the Oklahoma Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Brown. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He has the first and still on his feet. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds you, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. When they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine, he might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Time to take a shot. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his...
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. This move just oozes confidence, going for it on fourth down from their own side of the field. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
Well, I knew the coach was confident in his offense. I did not know he was that confident this early in the game. Fourth and long. I thought he'd just punt that one away and let his defense take the field. Interesting.
They go to the ground. Oh, he's got a chance. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
It's first down from the 11. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Bringing the heat. And they fail to hook up on third down.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And it's right down the boulevard. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, the ground game. He breaks a tackle. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
That's caught. It's Durham. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick. Get it to your playmakers in space. Get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide. And a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Spits it out to the back. Grab near the sticks. It's Durham. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That's got to feel really good for this quarterback. It's early in the game, so these third downs are big. You're trying to get your offense into a rhythm and a flow. Nice job reading the defense. Beautiful.
And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll try the run. Got enough for the first down and wants more. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger. That is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you usually get a little bit loud, Reese. And like, listen, feed me the rock. So many great LSU receivers in the past.
He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Tigers. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellows, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Tulane is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Sean King, and they are right back in this. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Rice. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The hand to the running back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Power football with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting moved anywhere, and they're able to make a big-time play.
And now on second down for this offense. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Sooners are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Heaves it on the run. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Wow, that quarterback is lucky there. If you're going to take a chance like that on third down in your end of the field, you better be right, because that should have been picked and returned for a touchdown. This offense is lucky now they're getting a chance to punt this ball away.
Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period.
LSU 7, Oklahoma 3.
They've got a first down here to open the period. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO fired complete to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens. You can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that one.
On third down, going up top. Finds his man. It's Anderson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. On fourth down, looking to pass. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
That's a great play by this defense. It's hard when you go against a guy that's so good at the quarterback spot. He can make so many plays, but the defense understood that rep. Nice job getting to him, corralling him, getting him on the ground, and creating the big sack.
And he fights his way, but they'll stop him just short of the line to gain. It's fourth down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. In their own territory, no problem. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it.
Here we go.
Needs it to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass.
Oh, the fake, and he wants to throw. And it's complete. And I guess they thought they'd find the field goal block kidnapping. They were wide awake, and they come up with the stop.
Man, and it comes up short, man. They go bold, right? They go for the fake field goal. They flip it to the kicker, and the kicker throws it, and it's complete, but just short. Listen, aggressive play call. I like it, but it's not successful.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish, and they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's third and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Finds his tight end. Still on his feet at the 45. A giant chunk of yardage picked up there, and they're down to the 24.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Sooners come to the line on third and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. And the Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They've got the screen set up. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
How about the offense, man? Dialing up the screen play on third down. They needed a play. Sometimes people like the screen, sometimes they don't. You got to call it at the right time. And they picked the right opportunity. They get the third down conversion and a new set of downs.
Looking to throw on first down. Got it! That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
This time they'll go to the running game. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Now you know why you do all of those squats, all of those deadlifts, extra time in the weight room.
No doubt. Get that lower body strength so you can just shed people off. You did a great job smelling the end zone and getting in.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Moving out of the pocket. All kinds of time before he fires right. Turning it on. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field.
Well, I'll tell you, there are a lot of coordinators out there that would want to set up the shot, especially on the first play of the drive, maybe run the ball, and then a few plays later go play action, make it look the same before shooting it downfield. They just did it right away on first down, first play of the drive. If you get the matchup, take the shot. That's exactly what happened. Nice job.
Yeah, when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Just inside the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 19. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Touchdown, LSU! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
Really nice job on their final drive of the first half, David. Calm, cool, collected. They had balance, excellent execution. They're going to take a lead in here at halftime.
It's so much easier to go into half with that positive momentum, that positive juice. Now we can point to what we just did. Great job taking the lead. Now you go make your halftime adjustments.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Rushes on him. Blasted as he lets it go.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. You just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Here's the pressure. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it down the seam. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. He was off to the races and maybe another step or two and he would have scored, but they get him at the 21-yard line. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. He's already put 3 on the board earlier, this time a 38-yard try. It's good. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football from out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air. It's Mateer. Hit as he throws. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sategna. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. When you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown, DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too.
He's loose. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. The Sooners racing to the line in the hurry-up. Behind the line, it's Sategna. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense came into this one prepared for these quick receiver screen passes. Nice job beating blocks at the point of attack and rallying to the football.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gonna look downfield again. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. Knocked down at the 6, but that completion will set up a first and goal. The Sooners line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown Sooners! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there, incomplete. So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. No return coming, he'll call for the fair catch. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it to the right. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Got it in the middle. It's Sharp. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. Think about when Garrett Nussmeier goes into the quarterback room at LSU and there are giant murals of Joe Burrow and Jaden Daniels, Heisman winners. Jesse, that's some pressure. But, man, if he can cut down on the turn, fires one high and deep. And he bats it away. It falls incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
So now it's second and long. To throw, it's Nussmeier. The sure hands, it's Brown. There he goes. Makes the tackle at the 46, but it's a 15-yard gain to get them into plus territory.
Well, we see another catch by this guy, and this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on first down and just about turned the thing over.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Wants to throw on third. Got it behind the line. It's Durham. LSU will get a first down.
And this is why checkdowns are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on third down. They just want to make the home run, highlight type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. And the Tigers will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Trying to burn this defensive back. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
LSU lining up 1st and goal. He'll take it himself. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
Wants to throw. It's Nussmeier. And he makes the catch. It's a deuce.
And I think you hear about this chart all the time, when to go for 2, when not to go for 2. Smart decision. Second half, being up by 1 doesn't help you. Getting that 2-point conversion, that's a big deal. Now this offense up by a field goal.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Sategna. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Intercepted. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
Well, what a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the air on 1st down. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. Tulane has the lead right now, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves yet inside Yeoman Stadium. They're up by 8 over Rice. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks. And the Sooners will hustle to the line. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the 1st down. There's no need to to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. It's Sategna. Out of the 35, he's open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
LSU 29, Oklahoma 26.
Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. The toss sweep to the right. Running into the open space. Oh, a lot of space. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
That was the epitome of a chunk play, and now they've got it first and goal, trying to cash it in. Trying to run it in. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. After getting knocked back, it's second and goal from the 4. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line. LSU right back to the line. The give. Touchdown, Tigers. Great job by the back on the option.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done, and now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Sategna. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Flips it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Turning on the Jets. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. The Sooners with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. Oh, there's an alley on the left. Touchdown, Sooners. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Stopped at the 26, brought it out in the end zone, picked up an extra yard. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Give to the running back. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
To the air, it's Nussmeier. Punts it out of the air. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. The Tigers come to the line in the hurry-up. And the missed connection on third down.
Third and short, I have no problem with RPO because I can run it or I can throw it if I see something opening. Maybe he should have ran that one. You got 2 downs possibly to still try to make it happen, but he definitely didn't throw an accurate ball.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
And finally, the offense is able to convert on a fourth down. They were 0 for 3 up until that last play. Nice play call by the offensive coordinator.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They're setting up the screen. He'll be forced out of bounds. Let's mark it at the 48-yard line as this offense continues its work.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D-linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier using the quick game. Brought down, but looks as if LSU will pick up the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
On the run, fires downfield. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Tatum. Bringing it back. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come up, and the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground, but you can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that money.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Throwing right. Wide open downfield. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out.
What a play call in a 2-minute situation. They find the shot opportunity, and they take advantage of it, flipping the field. They've now put themselves in a chance to come back and win this thing.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This is such an interesting moment for the offensive coordinator because you're already in field goal range with an opportunity to tie this game and send it to OT, but you want to be aggressive and you believe in your own playmakers to step up, and that's why they're still being aggressive in throwing the football, but there's a huge risk component with that. You can't take sacks and you can't turn it over. What do you do here if you're on offense?
And if I'm a defense, I got to make sure I stay aggressive in these situations. Sometimes people play casual and back off and give up the easy stuff. Man, continue to make this offense earn it. You got the lead. You're in a good position.
They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Trying to bully their way in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here, you need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. He's brought down to the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. That's reeled in, it's Perry. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil. Guys, see if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that 1st down.
They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Right back to the well. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the 1st down.
I hate the play call. It's going to kill you. It takes way too much time running the football outside and then not getting out of bounds. That's one they're going to regret trailing late.
Looking left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Well, and the offense shows you what they're made of. They're scoring the touchdown. They take the lead with only seconds to go, and now it's on the defense to ice this thing when they take the field. If
he makes this one, the lead will be 3, and at least a field goal won't beat you. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a late touchdown in the final minute that is likely the game winner here. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Takes a hit as he fires.
Nice job by this defense. You go dime package. Why? Because you know the offense is going to throw the football. Great job matching up. More skilled players on more skilled players. More speed on the field to defend the pass.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Pulls it in on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. The Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. He'll take another shot here. And it's incomplete, and the final drive of the game comes up empty. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of the season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets. And then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build